All right, hello everybody. Right now I'm just going to help you guys get started on this assignment if you're a bit lost. All right, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be practicing what we learned about mapping and latitude and longitude, and we're going to be showing an example of when this might be really important using some actual data that has been collected in real life. So this is some data that's been collected about a single gray whale. We're going to call her Wilma. Her name isn't Wilma. Her name is a series of numbers. But for today's lessons, we're just going to call her Wilma the whale. And we're going to look at a map and see if we can map where she's been migrating and where she's been going. So on the second slide here, you see that I have each of our coordinates. So there's 12 coordinates that you guys are going to plot on the graph. I'm going to do the first two with you just to show you how to do it here. All right, so this is going to be your coordinates that you're plotting. And this right here on slide 3 is our map that we're going to be using. All right, again, this is just a partial map for today. I didn't want us to deal with something that used the entire world map, but you can still do this just like all of the other practice that we've been doing. All right, so if we go back to our table here, we're going to start with our first data point. So data point number 1. And we see right here it says that the whale was found at 50 degrees north and 165 degrees west. So we're going to go back to our map and we're going to find where 50 degrees north and 165 degrees west are. And the reason that I gave you guys this assignment in PowerPoint today is because you can actually draw on the map. And if we were in class, this would be a lot easier. I could just hand you a piece of paper and some colored pencils. But unfortunately, given that we're online, I had to get a little bit creative. So thank you guys for being flexible. I know we've been using a lot of different technologies for this class this year. But when we're going to plot our point, we're going to use, you're going to use your mouse to click up here at the top where it says draw. And we're going to click draw and we're going to use a pen. I think the pen is the easiest because it makes a pretty small dot with your mouse. And this allows you, anything you click on your page, it's going to draw like a pencil. So again, we're looking at 50 degrees north, 165 west. All right, so let's start with 50 degrees north. We can see our north and south here on the left hand or the right hand side. All right, and you'll see there is no spot where it says 50 degrees north, but 40 degrees north is here. 60 degrees north is up here, so we can guess we're going to be about halfway in between, right around here. All right. So now that we know where we are in terms of north and south, what I recommend doing is just follow your mouse along the side until you find your west coordinate or your east or west. So if you remember, we're at 165 degrees west. So I'm going to follow my mouse across. All right, now I'm at 80, 120. So this line right here looks like it lines up with 160. Right, that's about where we want to be. We want to be at 165. So I'm going to do 160 and then just go a little bit to the left, a little bit more than 160, but still pretty close, and at about 50 degrees north. So I think that's where I want to put my point. So I'm just going to draw it in with my mouse. All right, and again, we might be estimating some things, right? Our numbers might not be exactly what's on the lines, but you can just move it so it's a little bit more or a little bit less. Just like we just did. I recommend using your pen to kind of make it, that's supposed to be a check mark, make a check mark so you know which ones you've done. All right, I'm going to do one more with you guys. So our next one is 57 degrees north, 140 degrees west. So if we go back to our map, 57 degrees north, right, we have 60 on here, so we know it's going to be just a little bit less than 60. I'm going to follow my mouse across until I get to about 140 on the bottom. So I can see it looks like this line right here is 120. If we follow that down, right, that's 120. And then here would be 140, right, because 140 is halfway between 120 and 160. So here's 140 degrees west. We said we want 57 degrees north. So here's 60. I'm going to make my dot just below 60 and at 40 degrees west. So this is going to be my second point right there. And again, just try your best. I know it's tricky doing this on the computer, and having to estimate some numbers. You're going to continue to do the other 10 dots on your own. All right, but the other thing I want to make sure that you do is make a line between your points to connect them. So I might use a different color pen just so that it's clear what I'm doing. But you're going to connect your points in order. So it was Wilma the whale was spotted here first, and then she was spotted here second. So I'm going to connect them with a line, right? And then you would go from there. You would connect your second dot to your third dot, and so on. All right. You're going to go from there. Let me know if you need help. Try your best. I know it is tricky on a computer without being able to use rulers and things like that. But once you're all done with each of your 12 data points, you guys are going to come down here, and there's 4 questions you guys are going to answer about your, sorry, that's my dog, if you can hear my dog. There are 4 questions you're going to answer about your assignment. So you can just type it right here underneath. Or you can write it in however you like. All right, if you need extra space to answer your questions, you can always put in a new slide down here, whatever you guys need to do. All right, when you're all done plotting your points and answering the 4 questions, you're going to share your work with me. All right, and the way you're going to do that is there's this share button here in the top right corner. Some of you guys might have done something like this before, but you're going to hit share. And you're going to just type in my name. Again, my name is Miss Scripa, so you're going to type S-C-R-I-P-A. And I'm the first one that comes up. And then when you're all done and you're ready to submit, you're just going to hit send, and then you are all set. All right, but good luck on today's assignment. You guys can always email me, text me on Remind, or send me a question in Unified Classroom if you guys need any help. All right, but otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.